The Crow is a comic released in 1989 that tells the story of a soul that is brought back to the realm of the living by a crow. The comic was then made into a movie starring Brandon Lee. It is infamous for being his final film as he was shot with a prop gun during development and died. City of Angels is the sequel to that movie, and this game is based on that movie. To begin with, this game opens with an amazing game cinematic and some of the best voice acting ever done. When you load into the game, you notice that the crow moves at a lightning speed. And that scene transitions are seamless. And hit detection works exactly as intended. Except none of that is fucking true. The cutscenes in the game are absolute trash. The voice work is garbage. The crow controls like complete shit. He moves slower than paint drying. When he attacks, he is usually facing slightly off the enemy, meaning most of the attacks do not land. The music is god awful and grating on the soul as well. The sound effects in general are just fucking awful. Who the fuck was the sound designer? Really? To begin, you play as the hero from the movie, Ash Corvin, who is a mechanic taken and along with his son are brutally murdered by a gang. We are resurrected by a crow to seek revenge for the murder, and along the way we acquire superpowers with the help of a new friend, Sarah. That's about it. Now we can take vengeance against the ninjutsu death bitch, real title, Callie, and the drug king, Judah. The story is essentially the same as the movie, which also means the plot is garbage. They could have at least used scenes from the movie to tell the story though, instead of recreating so much of it in this shitty 90s cheap CGI that only ever looked good in Square RPGs. The game controls with tank controls once a fucking again. I swear Resident Evil and Tomb Raider are the only tank games that ever got shit right, but don't worry, they have turds I will inevitably get to as well. But unlike Bubsy 3D, this game is a fighter. A beat 'em up fighter to be exact. And in a game where reflexes are demanded of you, you often can't see enemies. You move at a snail's pace around the maps and have to deal with a long input lag between actions. It is definitely vomit inducing watching the screens change every time you hit a loading screen. The angles chosen make no sense as they seem to be more cinematic at times, but at others they obfuscate the view, making it impossible to know where enemies actually are in relevance to you. All of that makes the gameplay of this game a 10 out of 10 on the Richter scale of shitty games, with 1 being okay and 10 being a complete litter box full of toppings from our buddy Bubsy. How is it okay to have so many interruptions and obstacles to vision and control? I really couldn't make it far in this game at all, and I gave it a good 7 hours. I kept getting to the part with the guns and being mowed down before I could figure any fucking thing out. In other words, avoid this piece of shit. The only good thing about this shitty game is that if you can beat it in under 50 minutes, you can unlock a small little tribute to Brandon Lee by pressing triangle at the credit scene, making a crow fly towards the screen and morph into a photo of Brandon Lee. I hope everyone is having a great time and totally not playing this shitty ass game, because if you are, then go see a therapist and learn how to love your fucking self. Remember, we meet on most Sundays to discuss this horrid catastrophe of games and the never-ending torture that is Suffer Sundays. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell to be notified of my streams and new videos. Until next time, stay nerdy.